this is something I've been making, right? I thought would be quite good fun. This is a mixed media journal, right? And it's waxed again. This, as you can see, it's the covered with the paper there for the with the Crystal Visions paper, front and back. And in here, though, what I have is 10 sheets of heavyweight cartridge paper for your drawing. I've got black card for your gouache or your shiny, lovely mica paints. And I've got 100% cotton paper in the back. And the point being as well, look, you can just flip them over and you can just do a bit of drawing like that. Blah, blah, blah. If you want to do it on this, check this out. You just flip it over like that. And then your paint palette attaches up here just as it always would. How cool is that? You literally have got an independent book like that, or you can use it with your palette just the same. Everything has to work as easily and as less hassle and least hassly way as possible if I'm going to adopt it and want to use it. So that's the mixed media pad. Again, I love the surface. You would think it was varnished, look, but it's not. It's wax with a resin wax on there for you, so it's going to make it completely waterproof, really durable. But I love the fact that you can just flip to any page. And then, actually it was like one of those synchronicity things where Maria came up with a bright spark, as did my team, and said, wouldn't it be fab if we could have that? But for people who say I can't draw, I'm not much good at the drawing lark, and I don't really want to get into it necessarily. So, you know, we've been doing the stamping and we've been doing the blueprints. Well, check this out. Look at that. Oh, I love that. I just, you know, when something comes together, Maria, and you're all pleased with yourself.
Oh, yeah.
They'll tell you, Maria and Maddie will tell you, I was like, look at this, I love it. So this looks like wood. Look at the back. Looks like a wood panel, doesn't it? Like a varnished wood panel. It's not. It's paper. And this looks like wood. That actually is a lasered faux leather patch on there. And it's the glue on these faux leather patches. You heat set it with an industrial heat setter thing, iron, like hotter than an iron. So that ain't coming off there. That's well bonded to that. But check this out. I think you may like it. So this is Maria's compendium of curious sketches.
Yay!
Maria, what curious sketches do you have in here?
I have no
Shall we
idea.
share? You're gonna have some in here, Maria, because look, we have a little frog with a crown on it. Now these are from my old ranges, and I've gone through them and I thought, what would be cool in a curious sketchbook? We've got the frog with a crown on it. We've got the phoenix rising. We've got, now notice this is on the cartridge paper. This is what you're going to be using your ink pen. Remember that lovely fountain pen that I showed you with, I was teasing you with the name on it? Let me bring it into shot just to remind you again. Ba, ba, ba. Here is it. Draw your dream. Sheena, draw your dream. That there will work a treat with that baby. Or pencil. Lovely, nice, good quality graphite pencil. Your coloured pencils. Fabulous. All of these images that you see, there's 8 pictures on here that are sized completely differently to the were on the stamps previously. On here. You've got your bit of little floral there. This is all, so it's all mystical. There's mystical and there's magical in this book. And then for each one, there's just 2 blank pages. So there's 10 pages, 8 designs in each section. And then guess what? I've done it again on craft card. Your coloured pencils on craft card are going to look amazing. Just ask Lisa Beecham. She'll tell you. Beecham will tell you. And you've got all those images repeated again. So this is for your mixed media. You don't have to draw. They're all on there. And then, lastly, your watercolours for your mini watercolour palette. You've got all those little guys in there. I've got a Floral Whimsy book, Maria. You're curious about sketches. I have Sheena's sketchbook, a Floral Whimsy. I wanted this to look vintage again. Now, these are old papers that are printed out for you. This hasn't been waxed yet. It's that fresh off the press, but it will be waxed. But in here, same format, you've got 30 pages in here, people. This is going to keep you busy a long time with only 6 of them blank. Every page, so I love that. That's your dad's green, your dad's birdhouse, Maria.
Yeah,
Cooper's garden.
it. Yeah.
The very Cooper. And this is the little bird that we saw when we were out that time. but all of these are resized perfectly to fit on here. So you've got the floral, the poppies. Have we got any hearts? Show me some hearts if you like this idea. By the way, they're all pale, so you can colour or paint over them. And then, there you go, Pamela Stewart, your thistle. So then you can either use them pale and colour them without the line work, or you can go over with your micron pens, your fine liner pens, your ink pens. You've got the cherry blossom there. And then we've repeated it again on your craft card. So I think we'll do a sketch. Let's do a sketch from one of them. Let's do a sketch. Let's do a curious sketch. Let's do let's do the raven. So let me for example, let's do a pencil sketch with the raven. So I've got my pencil. I'm using a 2B pencil here, and I've got my little guy here. Now the point being, you can add some more or less to the groundwork if you want. So I'm going to literally extend this a little bit here like that, and this I'm going to blend out later. So this gets a little bit timely here, and I am wittering on a little bit more than I normally do, which, you know me, it can be quite impressive. So I'm not going to, and I'm already talking about not going to do that. So I thought I'd speed this next bit up for you, and then we'll regroup. Bleaching rain. Oh, could it do bleaching? Yeah, even worse. Yeah. Hey, cute. Say so. Just whatever you want to do. So let's colour in a daisy, and just show you how lovely these can look on craft card. So what I'm doing is I'm just covering a little bit of these on the edges of these petals, like that. Can you see how it really pops with a craft card? If you haven't used craft card with your coloured pencils yet, absolutely give it a go. I just really, because the reason it works so well is that you've got the tooth on the card, and it grabs more of the product from the pencil, so it covers quicker than it does on a regular card. So what you're going to see is me continuing colouring on this craft card, and the benefit, as Sheena said to you here, is that it's got a really good tooth on it, that nice warm background of the craft card colour. It just warms up your whole composition, and it makes things like white really pop. So I'm going to continue working through the daisy, and then we'll take this sound away and we'll speed it up again for you, and then we will regroup as we did before. There, you see how that's going to, how pretty that's going to look. Now, here's the other thing. When you've done these, the idea was, it's obviously spiral bound, but if you get a little metal ruler and a craft knife or your scissors, you can cut that out if you really love it and pop it on a card or in a frame. A little another mini painting. Okay, let's do the lantern. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, I'm going to do a bit of inking on it, okay? So I'm going to speed this next bit up a little bit again, but things to know is that I'm using an extra fine nib fountain pen, and I'm using a permanent ink, and this one is a Diatramentus ink, and it is Urban Grey. The pen I've got is a pen that is available from me, and it also has your name on with a little draw your dream wording on there. So I'm going to go now and let you continue watching little Sheena doing a bit of drawing. Okay, thank you.
Could come down a little more if you.
Right. You see, the thing is these little guys are designed to be held in your hand, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So this next bit, I'm just going to continue here, and I should have mentioned this is on the 100% cotton watercolor card, because you've got the 3 different cards in this book: the cartridge paper, the craft card, and then you absolutely, if you're going to watercolor, if you can, use 100% cotton watercolor card. And I'll let you continue watching this, and then we'll color it. So you can do change the leaves, add another little leaf on there if you want, put more little bits and pieces in there. The point is, draw extras, do little bits and pieces, add little more things around it, maybe draw a little bit of grass around this as well. Maybe it's just sitting on a bit of meadow or something, and it's just got little bits there. So what you've just seen me do is clean my water brush on my sweatband there on my wrist, which is a fabulous tip. I didn't come up with that. Urban Sketchers do that quite a bit, when you're out and about and carrying your things outside rather than sitting in front of the television with your bit of cake, which is what I kind of tend to do, and your cup of tea. But if you're out and about and you're being that intrepid explorer, you can use that little tip as well, where you're not having to carry a towel or kitchen paper or anything like that around. Clean it on a wristband. Perfect. I've started off here with using a warm yellow, because I'm thinking if this is like a brass lamp, I want to use that light, honey kind of colour, warm goldy colour. So in your palette you'll have a warm yellow and a cool yellow. So the cool yellow is normally like a lemony, bright, sunshiny, lighter yellow. The warm yellow's more towards a golden tone. But I notice as well I'm leaving some card white, because in watercolor the highlight is the white card. You can go back over with a white pen, but it never does look as good as if you leave the card white. I'm going to continue building this up and bringing some of the colours in. I might even pop a little touch of red in there, a little bit of and definitely pop a little brown in. Start with the lighter colours to kind of, you're mapping out where your light and dark's going to be before you commit yourself. For example, if I went straight in here with a dark brown or a grey tone, because there's going to be a lot of reflection on a metallic, it's surprising how dark it can get, and really the range of contrast from white, well it will be white because it's shiny surface, to almost black, again because of the reflection. But I don't want to go straight in with that. I want to go in with a colour that is going to give me room to wiggle out of if I don't want it to be that dark. If that's what makes any sense. I'm hoping it is. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit, and then we can regroup, and if there's anything else I have to say, I will voice it over again. So only me again. Now what you're going to see me do here is create a really dark colour, almost black, and you don't need black if you've got the right colours in your palette, which you have because I put them in there. So you've got two blues and I'm using the dark blue, which is ultramarine, and that mixed with the brown in your palette, which is burnt umber, makes a fabulous, really dark, very dark grey, all shades of grey to almost black, and it's just a nice softer black, and that's what I'm doing now, increasing the contrast big style. So you can see this coming together now. It's almost finished, but what I wanted to mention is, can you see the darker blue at the top of the picture? That could even be darker. I could do another layer over this one if I wanted to make that even more dramatic with the contrast. But if you make the top of it a little bit darker, it just kind of gives it that kind of little bit of an aerial perspective-y looking thing. And again, a lot of watercolor artists won't do everything in one layer. They'll let it dry with a heat gun, come back and then add another layer of paint to just increase the contrast if they want to. And that's it, almost done. So thank you for watching that. That's it come together. If you enjoyed that, come back and join. Follow and also spread the word, because there'll be more videos like this here coming up. And also, if you can visit my Facebook page, Sheena Douglas, and join the group, Sheena's Inkettes. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.